It's time for another edition of Music Talk. Today we're going to talk about what is needed or what are we trying to do when we talk about creating music. Me personally, I like to say, first of all, you need a little bit of money. You may not need much, but everyone in the music business, or not the music business, but everyone that has a desire to do music, you first have to have some equipment, and equipment can be rather costly. Um, that's why I've heard musicians say, like Ray Parker Jr., talk about sometimes you have to, not sometimes, but if you really want to make it in the industry, or if you really want to be satisfied with your music, you're gonna have to put 100% of your time into music. And again, that may be a problem because a lot of times, for example, I said in my last music talk that I would like to work with other musicians. Sometimes I would anyway, but they just don't have time to do music. They just don't have time, and they always agree or always say that I'm going to get with you later. I'll get with you next week. I'll get with you 2 weeks from now. Just give me the music and let me listen to it. We're gonna do some. We're gonna do something. Oh man, if you know how many times I've heard that. So I try to move forward and just do it all by myself. I really don't want to be selfish about the music game, but sometimes you have to be because if you wait for other people, you'll never write. You'll never do anything. You'll always be waiting. But again, what you need to do, music, you need equipment. If you're a guitar player, you need a guitar. You need an amplifier. You're gonna need some type of music production software. You're gonna need a DAW, digital audio workstation software, Pro Tools, Cakewalk, Logic. Those are DAWs, and those things cost money. So you have to be willing to invest in your craft. Well, a lot of people are not ready to do that. I don't know. I'm not going to say they're making excuses. I'm just saying that to be successful, and now let's get this. Let me say this first. Successful doesn't mean that you have a lot of money or you're making a lot of money. Successful is that means to me. Now this is just me that you're happy and content with what you're trying to do in life. You're not trying to please anybody. You're working for yourself. You enjoy what you're doing, and you're willing to put time and an investment in yourself. And in return, hopefully, you're making some money so you can so your craft can keep evolving. That's true happiness, doing something you enjoy. So once you have some equipment, I would say I like keyboards. I love keyboards. I have plenty of keyboards, and I say get your instrument or keyboard. Let's talk about that first of all. Keyboard, and then we're gonna get you. You're gonna need a sound card, a professional sound card. Whether it's 2 in, 2 out, 10 in, 10 out, or 40 in or 40 out by way of fiber optics. But you're gonna need a sound card. In my studio, well, this is my pre-production room. Again, I'm sorry, pre-production room. Right now, I'm just using a very inexpensive sound card, which is this. It doesn't cost that much money, but it sounds pretty good. Really sounds good to me anyway. You're gonna need monitors. Gotta have monitors. You really don't need a mixer. This is a mixer right here. This is uh, older Tascam TMD 4000. I used to use this mixer in Full Sail Studio, Full Sail's recording school, or Full Sail's music school in Florida. That's why I purchased this. I don't know if you remember the O2R, but they were in direct competition. Um, you're gonna need software, music, a DAW, and you're gonna have to learn how to use it. A lot of older musicians, they kill me because they always make excuses. They make excuses, or people make excuses not to use modern technology, and I don't get it sometimes. Maybe they think that the software is going to actually play the music for you. Well, you could pull up a sample, and you don't even have to have music software. People do sampling all the time, or they may play it in their MPC or load it in some other device. But new technology enhances your skill, if you ask me. And you're getting it down on a hard disk drive or your computer, which is the next thing I'm going to tell you need. You have to have a decent running computer, a computer with decent memory and decent hard drive space, and you have to have a decent processor, because doing video production and music production requires a strong running computer, and it really depends on how many tracks that you're going to record. Tracks are laying down different parts. Like I may lay down a piano part, like something like that. Then I might come back and on top of that, that's one track, and then on another track I come back and do the bass line. So that's two tracks, because I would probably use a bass guitar sound or a bass guitar or synthesizer sound. But again, you have to have something to record this. Back in the day, we used to use reel-to-reels. Then there was a recording device called ADAT that took the place of the reel-to-reel. Then they came out with hard disk recorders, and the first audio, the first hard disk recording software that came out, I believe it was Pro Tools. They had other programs out that did MIDI, but Pro Tools came out, I guess, about '84 or something like that. And then in '91 and in the early '90s or mid '90s, other companies started coming out with their DAWs where you can actually do hard disk recording. That's the key, hard disk recording, because I used to do only MIDI. And I was known as the MIDI guru. People used to call me that. I don't know why. But I guess I was pretty good with MIDI. But I really love recording all live. I'm going to say audio. Like what I just did, that's going to be recorded audio. If you notice, when I record, or when I play, you'll see that top track recording. Like if I do the same thing again, notice how it records. So if you notice, that's the WAV file. And when you get done recording, you can go back and edit it if you want to, add effects to it. You can apply all types of effects, reverb if you want. You could compress it, but we won't get off into that yet. That's a class I do in music production. But again, before I end up and wrap up this music talk, I'm trying to keep it under 11 minutes. Things you need to be able to record is you have to have an instrument, okay? You have to have monitors. You need some type of sound card. And you need a computer. Now look at that little bitty computer. You're probably saying, oh, he's using that. Well, that's a nice computer. And plus I'm a computer engineer, so I have it configured pretty decent. And believe it or not, I think that computer only has a dual core processor, but I get some good tracks out of that. And if you're going to be dealing with more musicians other than you may want to get a mixer. But you do have mixers built into your software. So if you just have two channels out of your sound card going into your monitors, you can get away without having a mixer. And then you just need your brain. You need some inspiration. because there's nothing like inspiration. You need some determination and inspiration, and you need time. You need to put time into your craft. Forget all the excuses. Either you enjoy, you want to do what you say you always want to do, or not. And if you don't want to do it, you can focus your time on other areas in your life. But you need time for your craft, because it will leave you. And again, this is Music Talk 101. My name is Marcellus Green, and I think I'm going to end with just a little groove. Not even a groove. I was just playing something to show you, but I'm going to see if I can make up something and carry that on out. Okay, let me see. And this will be my piano track. We're almost done, y'all. Almost done. Let's see. And thank you.